Okay, the purpose of this video is to build a construction in GeoGebra, like the one you see here. Here I have a polygon. In this case, it's a triangle. I can move it around. But what we're going to be focused on are the angles, which we have over here. Here it tells me the sum of the interior angles. We all know in a triangle it's 180. If it's a regular polygon, all the angles are the same. So each interior angle, as you see right there, is 60. It also tells me the sum of the exterior angles, which is 360. It's the same for every shape. And then each exterior angle is 120. Now we're going to have to make this, and we're going to have it do these calculations. And it's not just these numbers, because what the whole point of this is we can change what shape this is. Here we have something called the slider, where I have the slider tells us how many sides our shape has. Here it's set to 3, so I have a triangle. If I make it 4, I get a square, or pentagon, or hexagon, or decagon. I get all these different shapes here. And every time I change it, you'll notice the sum of the interior angles changes, the measure of each interior angle changes, and the sum of the exterior angles does not, but the measure of each exterior angle does. As I move the slider, you can see that those numbers are changing and being recalculated for whatever shape. Here it's a pentagon, and we know that the interior angles are all 108 degrees. The exterior angles are 72, and the total of interior angles 540. So to make this construction, go to geogebra.org. You come down in the options here, you select geometry, you get a blank geometry construction page. We will start by making the slider. To do that, come over by the tools, select more, and you're going to scroll down till you find the tool that says slider. Let's see, we may have to go to more tools again and look for the tool that says slider. Oh, I must have missed it. Where'd it go? Input, nope. Slider, 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 slider. Uh-oh, where'd it go? There it is, right here under the measure tools. Select slider, and I can click on the screen, and it gives me some options. Now we're going to talk about the number of sides. Traditionally, we use the letter N to represent that, so I'm going to change my A to an N. There's no such thing as a shape with -5 sides. In fact, the simplest polygon only has 3, so I'm going to change my minimum to 3. The maximum, let's set it up to 20. For the increments, I don't want a polygon with 3.1 sides. I want it to count by ones. That's what the increment means, is how much it counts by. So I'm going to put a 1 here. When I select OK, it creates a slider here. It counts by ones from 3 up to 20. Next, we want to create a polygon. The polygon tool is over here under the basic tools near the top. I'm going to click on the screen twice. Uh-oh, that is the wrong tool. Hang on. I'm sorry about that. We need to create a regular polygon. You're going to scroll down to the polygon tools and find the one that says regular polygon. I'm going to click on the screen, 2 points, and it says how many vertices, how many sides does this have? And I want it to be able to change. I want it to have 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and I want it to match the slider, so I'm going to say I want it to have n sides. So if I do that, right now it says 3, and as I change the slider, I can make a polygon with more or fewer sides. So next, the first measurement is we want it to find the sum of the interior angles. So in the tools, I scroll down, find the tool that says text. I can click on the screen, and whatever I write here will show up there, on the screen. So I'm going to write the sum of the interior angles. Next, to do the actual calculation, I'm going to select the text again. Come here, click right next to where the sum of the interior angles is going to go. I don't want to just write a number. I want it to look up a number for me. I want it to do a calculation. So I'm going to go under Advanced Tools and select this little GeoGebra symbol. And we need to do the formula n minus 2 times 180. We already put n in the slider, so it knows what n is. If I scroll up and down here, I can find the letter n. It knows what that is. And up here, where it puts it, it doesn't just write the letter n. It puts it in a little box. That means that's the calculation. So we're going to tell the computer to do our calculation, our formula of n minus 2 times 180. You do need the parentheses, so I'm going to change it and probably type n minus 2 in parentheses. For times, there's no times button on your computer, so we use the asterisk. It's a little star above the 8. N minus 2 times 180. And you can just hit OK. You'll notice the number now shows up here. It says it's 720. And if you did it right, as you change the slider, it should recalculate this for whatever shape you've got. So we're getting new numbers, the sum of the interior angles. Now use the text tool again to create another line that will say the measure of each interior angle. And now we got to do another calculation. We have to take the sum and divide by how many sides there are. And that's going to be easy. That's going to be the n. So we're going to select text again, and our answer is going to go right next to that statement. But it's a calculation, so I got to go find the n again. So under the text, I go to advanced, click on the little GeoGebra symbol, and I'm going to scroll down and find the n again. Now to find the sum of the interior angles, we do the n minus 2 times 180, and then we divide by how many sides it has, which is going to change for each problem, so I have to divide by n. Now when I do that, here I get, for my 13-side shape, I get 152.3. As I change the number of sides on the shape, it should be recalculating what each interior angle measures. Next, we're going to add a spot for the sum of the exterior angles, which you should know doesn't change. It's always 360. So I don't have to do any calculation here. I'm just going to put equals 360. So my sum of the exterior angles is 360. Finally, one more calculation where we're going to find the measure of each exterior angle by dividing 360 by how many sides it has. So I go back to the text, select here. I'm going to go back to find the n value again. And I'm going to change that formula. Here I'm going to get rid of the n. I'm just going to take 360 divided by n. So put that in, I get 40. Oh, I didn't put in I didn't label what that is. That is the measure of each exterior angle. There we go. Oh, got a little crowded here. Okay, so I'm going to move some things around so we can see it. I wrote it right on top of that. Let's move this over, put this in front of it. So now, when I change how many sides it has, it's recalculating all that information for me. And that's it. That's the full construction.